Hello guys, it's Max here from Daily Market Movements. Welcome to another episode where today we're going to be analysing the S&P 500 followed by the Nasdaq100 and the DowJones30 futures chart. A lot has happened since yesterday's video that I posted, and that was because we had a lot of significant price movement in the final hour of yesterday's trading session on some comments made by Congress with regards to the upcoming debate as to whether the government will have to shut down or not. And that caused some late buying in the session yesterday, which has formed a very positive looking candlestick. But there's things that I like about yesterday's trading session, but there's also aspects of which I didn't like as well, which I'm going to get into. We've seen this beautiful looking hammer candlestick, which caused a close back above the 200-day EMA during yesterday's trading session. Now, that is bullish, but the one thing that I didn't like is when it did occur. It occurred in the final 30 minutes of the trading session, which wasn't great to see, and it was made on common. So I think that there's still a very good chance that we could potentially go and back test the lows of yesterday's trading session, but I want to see them hold. Providing that they hold, that's very, very positive moving forward. So now, just quickly moving on to some positives. We have now had a TD buy set up in both the Nasdaq100 and the S&P 500. That's where we've had now 9 consecutive closes. Lower than 2 days prior. So that's very encouraging to see here for the Nasdaq100 and the S&P 500. And this does typically indicate that we will see a reverse of course in the coming days ahead. Of course, I'm going to continue to monitor that, but I just wanted to quickly bring up this chart with you. This obviously shows you the heat map with regards to seasonal trading trends. And as you can see, August and September are by far the worst performing months of the year. And what's really positive and encouraging to see now is that we're now about to enter my favorite 4-month period of the year, which is October all the way through to January. October, things do tend to get a lot better. And then, of course, November and December being the second best month of the year, and November being the third best month of the year as well. So I'm very excited for what the next 3 to 4 months has to bring. And I think that, the dips that have occurred in the markets over the past couple of weeks will be seen as a fantastic buying opportunity. I think you just have to zoom out here for the S&P 500 quickly to realize that we're still trading very nicely in an uptrend. I think yesterday we did go and test the bottom of that trend. We're trading at and around the 200-day EMA and still above the 200-day moving average. So things are still looking positive for the medium to longer term prospects here for the S&P 500. And I do believe that this does offer some fantastic value for those who are looking to participate in this market after missing the first half of gains. Moving over to the Nasdaq100, slightly different to the S&P 500, we have now started to show signs of weakness where we've broken below this uptrend. But what I do like about this market is that we do find ourselves trading well above the 200-day EMA and still above the 0.61 fib area, which I do believe will offer significant support in this market. So I'm looking for a bounce back above the swing lows that we achieved back on the 18th of August. That's something that I forgot to mention here in the S&P 500. I think a move or a close above 4,335, that's the magic number. That's the lows that we achieved on the 18th of August, would then confirm that we have in fact formed a bottom here, and that's when I would be looking for the market to return back up towards, let's say, 4,500 to 4,600 area. And that's the exact same story here for the Nasdaq100, a close above those lows that we formed back on the 18th of August, which sit at around 14,550, so only around 40 points away from that level. That would be very encouraging to see a close above there, and that would then suggest to me that we are now probably going to go and trade back up towards the 50-day EMA, which sits just above 15,000. Now, lastly, just looking at the DowJones30, we currently find ourselves trading at 33,530. We have had some very significant breakdown here in the DowJones30 where we've broken below the uptrend. We've also broken below the 200-day EMA. If I just bring up the 50-day SMA now, if I just do that, if I just bring up the 50-day moving average, here we go. This is going to bring up both the 50 and the 200-day moving average. So we've actually broken below the 50-day moving average as well. So it just goes to show we have seen some real major technical damage here in the DowJones30. And I think the next level of support, you have to use the fib extension. So if we just go from the peak all the way through to that last low there, and then back up to the recent swing high, you can see that we have found support at this foot extension here. Providing that continues to hold, then I would be looking for a target back towards the 200-day EMA. But if we did lose 33,380, that then could potentially offer a further breakdown here and price down towards 32,802. So I think just to kind of finalize today's comments before we move into the final trading session of the week is that the market is looking very encouraging for both the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq100. There are now some buy signals. The fear index has also now moved into, very fearful readings from neutral, which is very encouraging to see. That's what you want to see. You want to see investors who are scared, as the old saying goes. When people are looking greedy, you should be fearful, and vice versa. When people are fearful, you should be greedy. So I think that this does represent a good opportunity to take on some risk here and start, nibbling away and dollar cost averaging in, even if we were to move lower. But what I'm looking for is a break back above the August 18th lows, but more importantly, a hold above yesterday's swing lows, and that will help me guide my way and navigate my way through the volatility over the next couple of days and weeks. Guys, that's it for today's video. If anyone would like to join my trading signal group, it's completely free of charge to join. Then make sure you scan this QR code on your screen. It takes 10 seconds to join. You'll also gain access to my daily market research over on my Telegram group chat. Both signals and my research are distributed in the same group chat. As I mentioned, it's completely free of charge to join for your first month. Afterwards, it's a $29 fee. But if you don't enjoy my service, then you can cancel at any time and you will not be charged. Thank you very much for watching today's video, and I'll see you tomorrow for my final video of the week.